slept around 3 a.m. in the morning, but then because I couldn't sleep, I started a new project which I'm going to continue with you guys. So I made these. So these are supposed to be like the distress, and it's been all over. This is the one panel I made last night. It's 2 different shades of yellow and 2 different yarn. I used this acrylic yarn and this cotton yarn together, which I've never done before. Like, if you know me, I always like use one. If I'm going to use cotton, I'm going to use cotton, and if I'm going to use acrylic, I'm going to use acrylic. So it's super easy. I already have the one panel complete. The thing is, I don't know if I want to make sleeve or if I want to make an actual top. That's the confusion, that's the dilemma I have at the moment. If I'm gonna make sleeve, then I think this is perfect, but if I want to make top, then I need to add a length. I think I'm gonna go for sleeve. I'm going to go for a sleeve. So I'm gonna show you guys how I got this done. So the panel is worked in multiple of 10, so we have 3 double crochets and 7 chains. So I did a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I chained a total of 80, which means I have 3 double crochets at the edge, and then I have 7 chains at this next. 3 double crochets, 7 chain, which is just basically 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So depending on the size you're making, you're going to be just chaining a total of 10, a multiple of 10, until you have your desired measurement. So let's see. So this right here is my measurement, and this is a 15.5 inches, and also this is also a size medium. It's actually 16 inches, and this is also a size medium, so keep that in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and make a slip knot, insert my crochet hook, and from here I'm going to go ahead and chain a total of 80. By the way, I'm using a 3.5, so I'm going to go ahead and just chain a total of 80. So after chaining a total of 80, I am going to go ahead and chain an extra one, and the chain 1 is going to be a starting chain, and right into the second chain from the hook I'm going to go with a double crochet. So I'm going to go right into that second chain with my first double crochet, and I'm going to go ahead and do 2 more double crochets in the next 2 chains. So right there we have 3 double crochets. So from here on, I'm going to go ahead and chain 7, and I'm going to go ahead and skip 7 chains, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and into the 8th chain I'm going to go with a double crochet again. So basically we have 3 double crochets, a chain 7, and we have a double crochet. So because we have 3 double crochet right here, like I said, we are going to go into this next 2 chains with 2 more double crochets as well. Right there, and from here on you're going to go ahead and chain 7, skip 7 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and into the 8th you're going to go with double crochet. And you're going to go into the next 2 chains as well with 2 more double crochets, 1 in each. Right there, and you're going to repeat this until the very end, and I'm going to get that done and I'll see you guys at the end. Guys, now that I have this complete, I am going to go ahead and repeat this for 3 more rows before I switch my yarn. This is obviously optional, you don't have to switch yarn. if you're comfortable with the using the same yarn, you don't have to switch. But when I look at this, I switched after I had my first. So I did basically use 3 rows for the cotton, and then I switched for 2 rows of the acrylic, 3 rows for cotton, 2 rows of the acrylic. So in total I did a total of 18 rows. So I'm going to get that done, and then I will come back and show you guys how we can attach both of them together. The only thing I would say you do is chain 1 at the beginning of each row, because the chain 1 is going to be a starting chain. So don't forget to chain 1 at the beginning of each row. So I'm going to get mine done, and then I'll come back and show you guys what the final, how we can actually attach everything together. Hey guys, so I just finished my second panel, so now I have both of them complete. So now I am going to go ahead and attach these together. So you can put this across your body to decide how wide you want the neckline to be, and I think mine is going to be just this wide because I don't want it to be off the shoulder. So I'm basically going to start single crocheting from this end on both sides together. But again, you can make this, if you want this to be like off the shoulder, then obviously you can make this wider, and if you just want this to be fitted around the neckline, then obviously you can make this as well tighter. So this is how it currently fits. I needed to try it on to see if the neckline is fine, and this is what I'm going for. I don't want it to be off the shoulder like I mentioned earlier. So I like the way it fits, and this is how it looks from the back. Now I'm going to go ahead and take it off and attach the sides together. And the side, with attaching the side, I'm just going to attach 1/2 inches upwards, just so it's attached together, because I don't want the armpit area to be too tight. And then we are going to get started with the sleeves. I'm going to go ahead and just attach this together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into that last chain, double crochet and grab the last double crochet on the opposite end, and just going to go ahead and slip stitch or single crochet these two together. And I'm just going to single crochet the first set of double crochets together. So right here I'm going to stop at the first double crochet and just cut off. I usually just go into that same space to make sure it's secure with an extra slip stitch, and chain 1 and cut right there, and I'll just go back and sew in this loose end. So right here I have this attached. Again, this is the sleeve, the armhole. If you want this to be wider than this, then you should go ahead and make more rows. Again, I did a total of 15 rows, so that's 3 3 3 2 3 2 3, so 18 in total. So if you want yours to be, if your arm measurement is wider, then you should go ahead and do more rows, so you can actually have more room. And also if you want this to be a little bit free, so right there you can see I have this attached. So I'm going to repeat the same thing on this opposite side. Hey guys, so it's been 2 days, but I'm almost done. So what I did was I went ahead and worked on one sleeve, because I was so indecisive with the kind of sleeve that I want to go for. Usually I would go for like puff sleeve, big sleeve. This is also a little bit big, but I was not sure if I wanted to go for just a simple sleeve or something a little bit extra. So I have one sleeve complete, and this is how it looks so far. And I'm kind of actually regretting why I did not make a top instead of a sleeve. But I think it's also very easy. If I decide to make this a top, I'll just add the length. I'll just basically attach the yarn at the bottom and add some length to it. But anyway, one sleeve is complete, and I basically used the same stitch that I used for the actual top, and I'm going to show you guys in the next clip how you can get the sleeve done in case. So still on the 3.5, this is what we are going to use for the sleeve as well. So what I did was I'm just going to grab the cotton yarn and I am going to attach this to the bottom part of the sleeve, of the armpit hole, sorry. I'm just going to attach it right here and I'll make a secure knot. And I'm gonna go all around in every available space with a single crochet, but I would suggest you keep counting so you can actually have the same amount on the opposite side of the sleeve as well. So you just chain one, and then from here you're going to go into every available space with one single crochet all around the armpit area of the sleeve. Right at the beginning, I have my first chain one right there. I'm going to go into that chain one with a slip stitch, so end of the row. So what I did again was I went all around with double crochet. The reason why I did, remember, I made my armhole fitted, so if this is loose and you're going for the loose look, then you don't have to do this. But if you also went in for a fitted arm old and you want the sleeve to be a little bit loose, then you do the same, but this is definitely optional. The reason why I did increase was because I wanted the sleeve to be loose, but then I wanted the armpit area to be fitted. I hope you guys get what I mean. So what I did is I went all around with rows of double crochet, but then with an increase. So what I did was I chained one at the beginning and I went into this first single crochet with one double crochet, and into the next I went with two double crochets. Into the next I went with one, and into the next I'm going with two. So that is basically the increase pattern. I'm going to repeat this for one row, and when I get to the end I'm going to start working on the distress pattern of the top as well for the sleeve. Here, coming to the end, I'm going to go right into that last space with my last double crochet, and I'm going to just go ahead and slip stitch on top of the chain one I made. So you can see that this looks a little bit wider than the actual armpit area, which again, this is what I'm going for. So now I'm going to go ahead and start working with the distress pattern. So I'm going to chain one, and right into this first space I'm going to go with my first double crochet. So after your first double crochet, you're going to go into the next two double crochets from that space with your two double crochets, because remember we are making 3 sets of double crochets and then a chain 7. So you're going to go right into the next two with one double crochet each, and then from there you're going to go ahead and chain 7, skip 7 double crochets, and you're going to go into the 8th with a double crochet, and into the next 2 stitch with 2 double crochets each. And that is basically what you're going to do. You're going to repeat this pattern all around, chain 7, skip 7, and into the 8th you're going to go with a double crochet, and in the next two with a double crochet as well. So I'm going to repeat that all around, and I'll see you guys at the end. So after your first row, you're just going to slip stitch into the chain one you made at the beginning, and you're going to repeat the same thing all over again. I did go with the same color pattern as I did for the top, for the both back and the front panel, so I did the same thing for the sleeve, but of course that is also optional. Guys, good morning. So it's the next day and I'm almost done. I just have to show you guys what the final touching looks like. Again, I did this at the sleeve. So I did this final touching at the sleeve, and I want to do the same thing for the neckline and for the other sleeve. So I'm gonna go to the table and show you guys how you can get that done. So I did end up using this light yellow for the rest of the row because I ran out of this cotton yarn. So but that's the edge, that's the end of the last row I need to do. The other row I did the edge, so the edge finishing is just basically single crochets that I did from the previous sleeve. So what I did was chain one, and I'm just gonna go into every available stitch with 1 single crochet. And when I get to the chain, I'm going to make sure I go right into every chain with 1 single crochet all around. You don't want to miss any chain in this process. So just basically 1 single crochet, and then when I get to the edge, I'm going to just chain slip stitch into the chain one I made at the beginning and continue that for 1 more row. And I'm going to basically do the same thing at the edge of the sleeve and also at the neckline, so I can have a better finishing, to be honest. So I just finished the sleeve, but I still have a lot of yarn that I need to sew in. But I was thinking, since I'm going for a distressed look, I might as well just leave the extra strings just lying around, so it can look more, I think that's what I'm gonna do, so it can look more distressed and carefree, to be honest. So I'm just going to use my yellow yarn because that's the only yarn I have left, and I'm going to go all around the neckline with single crochets as well. And I'm going to do that along the edge of the top as well, just 2 rows of each, 2 rows around the neckline and 2 rows around the edge of the top. Final look. Honestly, I love the colors. I think I already have an idea of how I'm gonna style it. I actually paired this with these baggy pants that I got from PLT because I feel like the distress of the pants just makes everything look so good. And again, like I mentioned, I did not go ahead and cut off the loose ends because I feel like these actually just add they add spice to the sleeve. So I absolutely love the way it turned out. I think I'm gonna make this again, but then in a sweater kind of vibe, maybe oversized as well, super oversized. So I think it's gonna look so good, but then in another color. But yeah, this is the final look. Let me come up close so you guys can see. I love it. This is the final look, guys. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have any questions, don't forget to drop them down. Yes, drop them down in the comment section and I will make time to answer the questions. If you have not subscribed, please do. There's really nothing I can say except please do. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and welcome to my family. And if you like this video, of course, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up so I would know that you guys like videos like this. And also, so more people can see this video because I spend time crocheting, designing, finishing, and now I'm making content for it. So you guys, and I have to edit the video as well. So please like, so actually more people can actually see this so my time doesn't go to waste. Because I want to make more tutorials, but how am I going to make the tutorials if people are not watching? That's waste of my time. I need people to watch so I can get motivated to make more, if it makes sense. So please, you liking this video is going to help this video a lot to reach more and more audience and more people, so I can actually keep making more tutorials for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye.